a lot of dramas are finally erupting the moment Buhari dies. You know, the moment Buhari dies, a lot of Nigerians have been giving Buhari swears. They be cursing Buhari. They be swearing for him. Even according to the news that came out, they said Buhari told his wife that the wife actually helped him to apologize to Nigerians based on everything, all the atrocities that he have committed against Nigerians, all of that. But the moment the news actually came out, a lot of people keep on swearing for Buhari. They said even for the fact that Buhari don't prove that he won't prove where, that he won't enter heaven and all of that. But the news out there everywhere is breaking right now because drama is finally erupting based on the burial of Buhari. You will see things for yourself. Come and see what Buhari's wife said. Come and see things for yourself. Nobody ever expected it. You know, they will say that Buhari have died before since 2017, but some people are actually arguing. Come and hear the fact from the housewife. You will see things for yourself. So I'd like us to stay connected to the end of this video. If you can share the video, just want to share it as you're watching it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. And if you can share it, just like the video, like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. Just stay connected. I'm coming back again.
Welcome you back to LAJUPOG Watch TV.
I don't have bad news for you today.
The home of religious gossip.
But you should leave the fight for Mohammed.
What is happening in the Christendom? Join now to make sense with LAJUPOG.
Hello my great and wonderful viewers, welcome back to LAJUPOG Watch TV. For those of you coming across this channel for the very first time, just endeavor to click the registration button appearing on your video screen, and as well click the notification bell icon the same time so that whenever we drop a new video in few hours time, YouTube will easily let you to know. You know, the buffing of Buhari, the death of Buhari have finally caused a lot of uproar as far as Nigeria is concerned. You know, a lot of people were saying that Nigeria is not a reasonable country. In what sense? They said this Buhari in question have proved since 2017. You know, Onadekano came out. Onadekano make it known to the general public. Said Buhari have proved since 2017 that they buried him in Saudi Arabia. Yes, that was what Onadekano said. Onadekano actually alleged that, and he actually tried to prove it, which a lot of Nigerians actually see. Now, the same Buhari actually finished his tenure, and as if that's not enough, 2 years after the Buhari's tenure, it was announced 3 days ago that Buhari actually proved in London, which a lot of people, it's not really news. That's not even where I'm taking you to, because almost all Nigerians have known that Buhari have proved in London and all of that. But the drama that is actually out there is the drama that is happening between Buhari wife, Buhari family. You will see this for yourself in this very video. You know, if it is truly Buhari that actually died, you will see the way the thing will actually change. But come and see the way AISHA Buhari, the wife of Buhari, is actually responding and doing things, attending to things. Dramas are erupting. I will play the full video. You will see things for yourself. So I'd like us to stay connected to the end of the video so you can share the video. Just want to share it. Share to different social media platforms. Let it go viral. Let a lot of people get to know what is happening as far as Buhari case is concerned. And if you can share it, just like the video. Like it, give it a thumb up so that it will be recommended for us. You know, Buhari actually proved in London according to the news that the federal government actually bring out to everyone. They said Buhari proved in London. Now Tinubu did not go there. Tinubu sent Shetima, and according to report, they said there's a kind of fight that is actually ongoing between Shetima and Tinubu and all of that, because the body language is actually speaking out a lot. Now they said it was the Shetima that Tinubu sent to London, and a lot of people have been calling Shetima Undertaker. Are you getting? They said Undertaker have gone to London. It is only to go and carry dead body. That's the only thing that they can actually use him for. That they are not using Shetima for anything reasonable as far as Tinubu tenure is concerned. Now, as if that is not enough, they say Shetima that went there. A lot of people have been going there to actually extend their condolences to Buhari and all of that. But did AISHA Buhari go? Come and see dramas. I think that is the husband that actually proved, according to the report, AISHA will be there first, and a lot of things will be going down the same time. But some people are saying it, and this thing is trying to validate the point, though they are alleging that the Buhari in question, the main husband of AISHA Buhari, are proved since 2017, according to Onadekano. They said this man that proved in 2017. They said this man that actually proved now is Jubrin. That's what a lot of people are saying. And some people are even saying that the Jubrin in question did not prove that it is time for Jubrin to return back to Saudi or all of that. That is why they actually doing everything possible to pretend that said the Jubrin have actually proved. The Jubrin that came to represent Buhari and finish Buhari's tenure. You can see what is actually playing out. But let me play you some videos. You will hear things for yourself. Your ear will open. You will see things the way it goes. The same AISHA Buhari have finally come up with her speech, which no one ever expected. Nobody ever expected that Aisha Buhari, the Buhari wife, have finally come out to speak. And the lady has spoken before. He said when Buhari was alive, Buhari said she should help him to actually apologize to Nigeria. That is when if he should poof before Aisha, all of that. Meaning that just like Buhari have known that he wants to poof for all of that, according to what these people actually say. Now, he said Aisha should help him to actually apologize to Nigeria based on the atrocities that he has committed in Nigeria, all of that. But you won't hear everything from me. Come and hear things for yourself in this very video. Come and hear from the horseman. First of all, hear what SOWORE and the lies actually said about Buhari to validate the point that the person that actually poof is really Buhari. You will see things for yourself. You will see Aisha Buhari's language, body language as regards everything. Just stay connected. If you can share the video, share it. If you can't share it, just like it, stay connected. Don't skip any part of the video to understand the concept that is actually going on and what is coming up. Stay connected. I'll come back again.
It's very sad that we are even having a conversation about mourning a person who left this country broken, did everything he could, everything Buhari touched, he destroyed. He destroyed human rights, he destroyed the economy, he destroyed the dignity of a person, he destroyed the social cohesion of the nation known as Nigeria. And I'm not one of the persons who was out there pretending that I miss him. I don't miss him. I was also one of his personal victims, and this is a time to really commiserate and show empathy to his victims from when he was a soldier, someone who participated in killing of people in the Southeast for 30 months during what is now known as the Nigerian Civil War. When he was a military head of state, he violated human rights. He extrajudicially killed some young people who they accused of carrying drugs. When he came back the second time, you know his story. Yes, killings of Shiites, killings of people in southern Kaduna, the killings of NSAS protesters in Lagos, killings for the second time of southeastern young people who were branded as IPOB. The destruction of the Nigerian economy, the destruction of the healthcare system to the point that he himself had to die in a clinic in London because they didn't care about building anything here in Nigeria, which is the country they govern. So it's been a terrible legacy, and I'm not one of the people who want to be politically correct because I see a lot of politicians falling over themselves trying to pen tributes to Buhari as if Buhari was the best thing to happen to Nigeria since the invention of peanut butter. He wasn't, and that's the truth. And I've also seen some of his victims, poor kids in Kano jubilating on the street. I've seen people with bullhorn announcing his death quite derisively. So it's, for me, on a personal level, Buhari was responsible for the death of my younger brother. Buhari violated my rights. Buhari is responsible for why my mom had stroke since 5 years ago. So I said those on the personal level. But this is not personal vendetta. This is about a very honest assessment of a guy who came, who ruined, and now has departed the world. Well, you can say whatever you want to say about whomever said that, but we are just here not to brainwash people. We're here to tell you the truth about what is historically true about his tenure. He's the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. The armed forces, particularly the Nigerian army, cannot operate without, on such a scale, cannot operate without a direct order from the president. You can't be deployed. The state governor, why I'm not exonerated because I know all of them were involved. The state governor of SOWORE was involved. The current president, Tinubu, was involved in what happened to the NSAS people because they were the ones who prepared the ground for the killing. They were removing cameras They were the ones who had threatened that something bad would happen. They even notified some of the NSAS protesters, celebrities, that they're going to kill people. But the person who gave the order was Buhari. And Buhari did say it before, after NSAS, that somebody told him that if nothing is done about the NSAS protesters, they might enter his living room in Aso Rock one day. So he was very aware. But Nigerians, we love to give excuses for bad behavior, and this is part of our nation. I'm not saying about every Nigerian, but some Nigerians. But I have stated these facts that are true, and I have no reason to believe that something otherwise happened. He is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, and to now claim that he didn't know what happened is to be helping them, to be helping them play the ostrich by saying, "Oh, would you be willing to forgive somebody who did evil?" Not questioning Buhari's attack on my family alone. I'm talking about his killing of Shiites. About 1,000 of them that he killed, and RUFAI helped him bury. It was between him, Buratai, and RUFAI. He killed over 1,000 Shiites overnight, men, women, and children. You have to ask how these people feel to be cut short in life because somebody felt offended, or somebody was a religious bigot, or sectional leader. You want to ask how people feel at NSAS to be waving the Nigerian flag during the peaceful protest, and for soldiers to just come and mow people down, and then beyond that just deny. When you want to ask for atonement of sin, even in religious circles, the first thing you do is to confess. He just came and said, "Well, forgive me because I'm human." That's not how you to ask for forgiveness. You have to be specific. What did you do wrong? Who did you kill? Who are you asking for forgiveness from? And then it's the prerogative of the person that you're asking for forgiveness from to forgive you. So we have not asked victims whether they are forgiving him. That's why today should be dedicated to the victims of Buhari's ruinous legacy, his legacy of tyranny and destruction of the Nigerian country. So it is not up to us to sit here and say, "Oh, he made a 30-second video." The destruction he did was over 8 years, so it cannot be rectified by 30 seconds video. A half-hearted apology. I don't even know why people say he never apologized. You just saying maybe he had seen his medical records by then that he was on his way to Golgotha, and he just wanted to mock people. That's that I say as mockery.
King of Saudi Arabia, they send in children and in family for treatment them. But these same wicked leaders, when they go die overseas, now them kill these hospitals. Recently, there was no water in UCH, there was no electricity in UCH. Patients were protesting. But these wicked leaders will fly overseas to treat pimples, will fly overseas to treat sneezing. They ruined their hospitals. In fact, Buhari's wife at one time complained that there was no Panadol in the Aso Rock clinic. Meanwhile, the budget for that clinic alone was more than the budget for the 16 teaching hospitals then. These 16 or 26 teaching hospitals. And so, I don't know whether to mourn. Mourn who? Mourn for what? I saw Buhari's daughter crying in front of the hospital. These people think that they are special while we are animals. And I told you that the European cow gets $2.5 every day as subsidy, while the budget for health for a Nigerian is $8 per annum. Should I continue? Buhari's wife is alleged to have said that her husband asked for forgiveness for the mistakes he made. So Buhari knows the word forgiveness. When Ogedegbe and Bartholomew Owo were retroactively sentenced to death for trafficking in drugs. I hate drug trafficking. The whole world pleaded with Buhari to commute their sentences. Buhari tied them to the stake and fired them, shot them. Buhari, forgiveness for NYSC members that were killed because you talked about baboon and monkey blood, because of your greed, your vain ambition to win elections. People's children were killed. Forgive you, Buhari, when you said that Sharia is something you must pursue to its logical conclusion. And people's hands were cut off in some of the states for stealing goats. Meanwhile, your cronies, they say you are as clean as a whistle. One rubbish human being that talked rubbish throughout his houseboyship with you. Clean as a whistle. The man that in the Bible that returned the one talent they gave to him was clean as a whistle, but he was unproductive. Buhari, what did you contribute to the development of Nigeria from the military era till you spent 8 years, wasted 8 years of the life of our country, set us back 80 years, and went to die in London? Kò ní dá fún ẹ. Should forgive you. The children that were shot dead during EndSARS, their parents should forgive you. The ones that were thrown into the river, the ones that disappeared without trace, their parents should forgive you because you are so special. I was amazed to see northern youths dancing Buhari Yamutu. Really Yamutu. They were dancing for your own people to be celebrating, for your own people to be dancing. In the streets, some of them were dancing inside water. Water. Shows how bad and wicked you are. Buhari was a cancer in our country. They say we should not talk ill of the dead. The dead should behave well while they are alive, so that we won't talk ill of them. Shakespeare said that the evil that men do lives after them. And if the evil lives after them, the comments will live after them. Buhari had an opportunity. He was governor of Gongola State, became military head of state, became president twice, and he didn't do anything. We must talk ill of wicked people who create evil in our country, so that those who are alive will know what will become of them. Now, Buhari died in London. All the mumu, useless human beings, they are flying down with our money. With our money. Nigerian embassy is there. Nigerian embassy is there. Can the embassy arrange for the evacuation of his body? Who wants to steal his body? Is it Umar Rodiko? Can they arrange to bring him here? You will spend our money to go there for medical treatment. You will spend our money to die there. You will spend our money to carry you back. Una dey craze. Una dey craze. I'm ashamed to be here. See everything organized. This house I'm living in, they want to knock it down. This house is still a very new house in in Nigeria, in Victoria Island. They want to knock it down. That is an old house. Because the people are utilizing their money well. We cannot continue like this. Buhari, you didn't do well. You didn't do well. You brought all these bandits into this country. You didn't do well.
As long as you live, you are many things to many people. Some see him as a hero, but some see him otherwise. Those that he called a dot in the circle see him otherwise. Those that he said will treat in the language they understand see him otherwise. That led to the ban of Twitter in this country, because people had to report that tweet and it was deleted, and they felt, oh, how would they delete the tweet of a president? Those that were caught in the web of Decree 4 see him otherwise. Omar Diko see him otherwise. The likes of the politicians that were incarcerated after the 83 elections, about 84 when he got in, don't see him as a hero. But some will see him as a disciplined man, anti-corruption hero. But people will also talk about that legacy and say, but people around him were corrupt. So they talk about being above board like Caesar's wife, but people around you are being tried for corruption, also speaks volume. People he incarcerated for political vendetta. People he tried to terminate their lives. The judges in the dead of the night that were harassed, that everybody said, this is an assault on our judiciary, see him otherwise. But those that were close to him say, he's a father. They'd even stretch it and say, the father of the nation. Those that believed in him prior to 2015 felt once he got that mandate, he was going to set Nigeria right. But what heralded is 8 years. Deepening of division, pain, lack of economic gusto and verve, lack of that economic fecundity. And even this current government blames him for the problems they are in now. So with great power comes great responsibility. But do leaders that seek power understand the responsibility, or they just want to be president? Those that see him as a hero will say at least he allowed for fairness in the electoral process. But that argument is also quickly punctured by the fact that he didn't sign the electoral reforms leading up to the 2019 elections where he was going to participate in. But they will also say, at least under him, oppositions could win governorship election. In fact, some governor in the opposition went to thank him. Some will say things like, oh, the electricity bill. Some will also say he did infrastructure, at least if not because of him. We'll not have railway, will not have the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. I will not have other infrastructure like that. That he did more thread of roads than anybody. But while we also talk about the rail line, some will also argue, where was there a need for the Kano-Maradi line? President Buhari, when he ascended the throne in 2015, made the famous words that I am for everybody and for nobody. But some said he was actually for some people. He quoted Shakespeare saying there's a tide in the affairs of man. And we thought he had set the tone for the country he wanted to build. But today, like two sides of a coin, there are two sides to history of President Buhari. There will be those that will say, Veni, Vidi, Vici.
Okay, so?
But there will be those that will say, President Buhari, you caused pain, hurt, division, unfairness, and unkindness. Whatever part you take this morning, please remember something. We will all die. and what will be said after we're gone.
Thank you for staying connected, my great and wonderful viewers. You can see things the way it's actually going. You can hear what SOWORE and the likes of others actually said in this very video. You know, a lot of people are saying that they don't want to have anything to do with Buhari. Even for the fact that Buhari actually proved, they said no, this Buhari that proved is a very terrible person according to report. These people are saying it without missing words, and they saying it with full chest. They said this man in question committed a lot of atrocities. They said it was under his watch. That was when they brutalized a lot of people because of the NSAS protest. It was under his watch that snake actually swallow money in Aso Rock. That monkey swallow money. It was under his watch that they using some billions of naira, huge billions of naira, to cut grass in the stadium. Yes, they said Buhari wasn't corrupt and all of that, but if you're not corrupt, if the people around you are corrupt and you are looking at them and you can't say anything, that means that you yourself, you are corrupt. They said Buhari did not have human feeling or human sympathy. Those are what these people actually said in this very video, and they said it without missing word. Now, a lot of people are saying that they're not missing Buhari for anything. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria before. It was only when Abacha was alive that something like this actually transpired, that Abacha poof, and a lot of people were happy. Now, Buhari poof, a lot of people were actually happy that Buhari actually poof, but some people are saying that it came at the wrong time. That yes, he proved that they said the good news actually came at the wrong time. Those are what a lot of Nigerians are saying. These are not even my opinion. Though everything that was said in this very video was actually alleged and all of that by some people that you actually hear it from. You can see things the way it goes. Now, they said the body language that AISHA Buhari is actually giving as regards the Buhari that poof. The body language is just like as if, no, the Buhari is not her husband and all of that, allegedly though. Now the kind of came out 2017 said Buhari approved that the burial in Saudi Arabia, and actually showed a lot of video evidences or pictorial evidences as regards that and all of that, but a lot of people actually kick against him, and it's still even one of the reasons why Kanu remains in detention till now. He pointed out the ear of Buhari that look at the ear, look at the nose, look at the blood, look at the this. But a lot of people were saying, no, this man, you're doing too much. But it's just like a lot of people are now pointing their attention back to it, that is it like the way they did the Yar'Adua on that time? That Yar'Adua actually poof and they actually hide it from Nigerians. And after some time, they let Nigerians to know. And according to the information we heard back then, because we were very young, they said they put an engine inside Yar'Adua that's actually making him to be walking up and down. Walking dead. You can imagine what is happening in the country, in this part of Africa. Now, the same thing is what Nigerians are suspecting as regards Buhari. That's why, since they've played their play, they played their prank as regards Yar'Adua own. Since PDP played their prank back then on Yar'Adua own, maybe APC are playing a better prank as far as Buhari own now. Nobody knows. Maybe the Buhari in question actually poofed off 2017. Nobody knows. But the allegations are actually added that, oh, the Buhari that they just said that he actually poofed now, he have poofed some time ago and all of that and blah blah blah. Now, what do you think? Do you think Buhari just poof, or it is Jubilee that poof now, or Jubilee is trying to return to Saudi Arabia and they try to clone everything as if Buhari poof in London, all of that, so that they can forget about them? What do you think? Yes, everybody have the right to their opinion. You can drop your opinion in the comment section of this video as regards the poofing of Buhari and all of that. Now, a lot of people are actually going to London to actually extend their condolence visits to Buhari and all of that. But it's very, very mind-blowing that Buhari couldn't poof in Nigeria hospital. He have to poof in London hospital. You see that there's no hospital in Nigeria, or the hospital in Nigeria is actually meant for animals. Is the hospital in Nigeria not meant for human beings? Why is it that once they have slight headache, they fly to London, they run to London and all of that? Why is it that they can't stay in Nigeria, the same Nigeria that they claim that they govern, the same Nigeria that they said that they've been a president? Why can't they stay in Nigeria to receive healthcare treatment? You should remember, when Yar'Adua actually poofed then, Yar'Adua did not poof in Nigeria. Yar'Adua poofed outside the country. Likewise, Buhari as well. What's going on? And according to the report back then, Stella Obasanjo's wife actually poofed outside the country as well. What's chasing them away from Nigeria? Can they fix Nigeria healthcare system? If they can't fix Nigeria healthcare system, can they fix the healthcare system in Aso Rock? It to be suitable enough for them to actually take their treatment from. Or are they scared that the doctors can be manipulated based on the atrocities that the politicians have committed? Maybe they are even hunting them. That's why they always have the fear that, oh, maybe the doctors can actually give them a wrong injection intentionally just to prove them all of that. Why is it that they don't take medical care in Nigeria? What's happening? Those are the questions that a lot of people are asking, and they use Nigerian resources to actually travel as far as miles, go to international communities, big countries to go and be using their healthcare. But I actually proved in private hospital in London, according to a report. Is it that there is no reasonable hospital in Nigeria that can take care of his illness and all of that? And these people are using Nigerian resources. They're using your money and my money to actually travel down to take care of themselves. Now, drop a opinion in the comment section on this video. Feel free. Good Luck went to London a few hours ago to actually extend his condolence to Buhari and all of that, just to pay him his last respect. And you know how it works. Now, a lot of people are saying that they still don't believe that Buhari proof. Some are saying Buhari proof part 2. Is it really part 2? But everything they say as regards Aisha Buhari, that Aisha Buhari is doing like as if the woman is not his husband, is based on people's allegations, and they are alleging all those things. Nobody really knows the truth, but the truth will definitely come out. The truth will come out. Then there's no how they hide it. The truth will surely surface. Now, drop a pin in the comment section on this video, because I'm leaving you now. Drop a pin in the comment section on this video, as I'm gonna to get another training for you. Do have to share the video, let it go viral. Let a lot of people get to know what's happening as far as Buhari matter is concerned. And if you can share it, just like it, give it a thumb up. As I'm gonna to get another training for you, share, follow me on my social media handles on Facebook at LAJUPOG Watch TV and LAJUPOG Entertainment, and on Instagram as well at LAJUPOG. Guess what, guys? See you in my next video. Bye for now.
I see the hot for my body, I say make I yarn you. Religious gossip plenty day for body. Pastor with the line on top, he pastor. For LAJUPOG Watch TV. Pastor with the bar, where? Politician with the do pass himself. All the while you waiting for church. All as LAJUPOG Watch TV.